I can't freaking believe this, all right? I'm gonna try my best not to absolutely lose my mind, but I just woke up and I realized that the game got leaked again, literally less than 10 days away from the extended look. So, in this video, I'm gonna go over all the leaks. If you guys don't want to hear about the leaks, obviously this isn't for you, but we have to talk about it. We have to get into it. Obviously, I can't also show you any of the gameplay, but I will go over everything that all the people were able to pull from all of these leaks. Big shout out to Tordai and the rest of the community that was able to provide me these leaks so we can actually go over them. Plus, I saw the footage. I was looking at the footage for quite a while, and I'm honestly and utterly blown the hell away. And I can't even tell you guys how insane this whole thing is. You know, I literally can't believe it. The last time we had something like this was way back in 2022. So this is literally unprecedented. This is actually insane. Before we go over all the features that were in the leaks, I do want to kind of give my own personal thoughts about what I thought of the game. Honestly, it looked a lot like Red Dead 2, which is what I already expected, but I didn't really truly expect it to feel so much like Red Dead 2. I mean, it really looked a lot like it, just like a modern version, which is essentially what I kind of always said the game was going to look like. Not to mention, the driving looked insane. Now, I'll kind of cover some of the driving aspects, but Jesus, the driving looked so reactive and crisp. So, with all that being said, I do want to go over what we actually saw. So, I do have a list of all the things that are officially revealed in this leak, which is actually quite a lot of information. There's actually quite a bit. You would think it's just a quick clip of something, but no, there's a lot of information here. So, number one, we have an honor system that's apparently returning, which is what I already thought was going to happen, but now we have confirmation. There's obviously a limited weapon inventory, which cars are used to carry your weapons. So that whole trunk system that everybody was speculating that we're going to put our weapons in the trunk and stuff like that, that's definitely coming back. We predicted this, but now being able to know 100% is definitely kind of cool. There's a whole basketball mini game. I'm sure a lot of you that have seen the clips, you'll know what I'm talking about. The physics look absolutely insane, and we also have confirmation that there are stats now, which means that, you know, playing basketball or doing other activities could actually increase a stat called focus, which reminds me a lot of the Red Dead 2 stats, you know, where you have like your stamina, your health, and then your dead eye, which is basically just your focus. So that is all returning as well, which is really cool because it literally seems like this game is built on Red Dead 2, which I keep saying. Anyways, we got 6 stars coming back, which is something a lot of people also predicted, which is great. I mean, GTA 6 stars. I think that's going to be amazing, especially seeing if the military starts to arrive when you hit those 6 stars. That's pretty cool. We also have health and fuel systems for motors, which means that cars are actually going to have a way deeper gameplay system than we've seen previously. And this confirms another theory that talks about how cars are going to have a much bigger role and how there's going to be much more mechanical aspects of cars, and there's going to be way more depth, and not just like, oh, you go into a car store, you get some upgrades, this and that, but you're actually going to have to maintenance your car on a deep level with the engines. So that's pretty awesome. Now, as far as the cop system, that seems to get completely overhauled. We have now cops recognizing your clothing, your actual face and your look, and your vehicle. So there's three different ways that cops will now be able to to kind of find you and to kind of break down your appearance and see how you look and how they're going to chase you and track you down. So I'm guessing you're probably going to have to change your appearance in certain times, change your car, things of that nature, which I also predicted. So this is something that, again, a lot of the things we've been predicting are true. There's obviously a stamina system along with other systems. There is also separate money that you can carry on you, like cash, and then money that you have at home or in a safe place, which does make sense. We had this already kind of in GTA 5, especially with GTA 5 Online, how you can have money on you or transferred into your bank. That's coming back. Doors are now opened and closed manually, which is really cool. I think that's really amazing. There is obviously a muscle system that we already knew about. And vehicles that are owned by Jason and Lucia are distinct. So meaning you'll have to be with Jason to drive Jason's car. and maybe play as Lucia to drive her car. So that's really cool how they give more identity to the vehicles and customization, and stats. And there's a whole stat system. So there's a whole system that reminds me of the San Andreas stat system. If you guys play, we're playing San Andreas right now. It's really cool to kind of have it all fresh in my head. But yeah, apparently that whole stat system from San Andreas, where there's like stats for everything, is coming back, which is super amazing. Now, something I want to talk about that I noticed myself just watching the footage is that the NPCs seem to be super alive, which means that when you're driving, road rage is actually a thing, and you'll have people that will ram you off the road and get you out of the vehicle just to fight you because they're pissed off at you, which is insane. I mean, this is something I thought was going to happen anyways, but actually seeing it with my own eyes kind of blew me away. In fact, seeing all of these leaks with my own eyes truly blew me away, because I mean, you know, we are going to see GTA 6 pretty soon, but just seeing actual gameplay, I know everybody's been asking for gameplay. You know, who would have thought that we would have gotten it like this? You know, who would have thought that we would have seen gameplay, but in this kind of context? Now, I also do really feel bad for Rockstar because, you know, obviously we're like less than 10 days away from seeing the showcase, seeing the game in all of its glory, because unfortunately these leaks, they're all apparently from 2023. So the game is old. So this is a very old build of the game, which, you know, unfortunately, it's cool and it's really nice to see, but a lot of it is like just really outdated, and the game kind of looks like crap. Even though the leaks themselves, they actually looked pretty damn great. You know, they actually looked pretty damn great for what they were, but they're apparently 3 years old when the game was technically only 3 years in development, okay? So these leaks are very old. So we're kind of getting a lesser version of the game. We're kind of seeing a lesser version of the game, even though we are seeing more of the game. So I'm happy about that, but I know that this really sucks for Rockstar, and a lot of people are probably going to use this footage to hate and say, oh, the game looked crusty, the game looked shitty, or this or that and the third. But honestly, this is a very old build, and even for the build being old as it is, it was honestly some really good footage, and it really does paint a picture of how the game is going to play and feel like, but probably way better. So, you know, I don't want anybody to get upset or your hype to get hurt, because these leaks are actually really good. Now, we're going to go over some more information right now as well, because I'm getting stuff as I'm making this video. So, 6-star wanted system, we got that already. Some sort of RDR2 style karma reputation, that's kind of what we talked about. Police recognize your face, clothing, we talked about this. And changing these things make it easier to lower your wanted level. So like I said, if you change your face, you change your clothing, you change your car, that will help you with the police. Cars require, oh, I didn't mention this because we kind of talked about the cars, but the cars will require fuel. This has been confirmed. I can't believe that we actually have confirmation that cars will have fuel. This is actually insane. We have confirmation that cars have fuel, and this has been a long debate inside of the community. This is a debate I've participated in for a long time, and now we finally have confirmation that there is fuel in the game, which is actually insane. It's going to change. There's so much stuff here, man, to make videos about. I'm actually so excited because we're about to be making videos on each of these topics and kind of going in depth. But yes, there will be fuel in the game that will absolutely change the entire dynamic of the gameplay. Melee attacks require stamina or energy. By the way, there was a flying kick in the game. Jason literally did a flying kick. It looked it looked a little bad, I'm not gonna lie, because it's an old version of the game. But I mean, holy shit, you know, the fighting looks like it's gonna be wild. You know, so we also have, you know, we talked about the police and the cars. There's also two currencies, the currencies that you have on you and the currency that you have there. Also, crashing your car is going to deplete your health, which feels like a realistic addition that they have added. So that's pretty dope. Cars have, we talked about your trunk being able to hold the loadouts. So there's a key word here, and I want to specify on this about loadouts. Okay, so it's not just like holding guns in your trunk. There will actually be loadouts that you could assign and probably use and take out anytime you want. That's like specific, you know, like you can have your specific guns with your loadouts. So that's really cool. It's not just like look in a car, take out this gun or that gun. You're going to look in the trunk and be able to pick which loadout you select and want to play with. And objects seem to have way more complex system, like we were talking about with basketball. The basketball has way more real-time physics involved, you know, with how it bounces around and rolls around. The vegetation, by the way, like the actual plants, I mean, this is a 3-year-old build, and it absolutely looks stunning. It absolutely looks incredible. I mean, I love Florida. I'm so excited to see the vegetation, but now seeing it, technically seeing gameplay, seeing the game in action, it was beautiful. It was honestly truly amazing. I think that's all of the leaks that we have from all, you know, that's all the confirmed stuff that I just went over. It looks honestly incredible. I know some people will hate because it looks a little old. It is old. It's 3 years old. I mean, damn near 4 years old by the time the game actually comes out. So I don't want anyone to get upset over the leaks. They looked incredible. Now, one more thing, and I left this for last. We're going to talk briefly about the map that was leaked, because apparently the actual map itself was leaked. But I do want to really point out that if you compare the map that just got leaked from the mapping project, the mapping project looks way more accurate, and there's way more details in that than the leaked map. I think the leaked map was a very old version, and I don't actually think that the leaked map is the real map. I don't think that it's the real map. I think that the mapping project is way closer to what the map is and what it looks like. So I don't even want to cover the map itself. Maybe I'll make a separate video doing that. But honestly, the map is kind of not even relevant to me because the mapping project already did such a better job on that. But listen, I want to know from you guys, what is everyone's thoughts on this? How are people feeling? Are you upset? Are you happy? Did you like what you saw in the leaks? Did you hate it? Did it make you less hype? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious. This is insane. I truly did not believe that this would happen. I literally woke up to all of this. I had to get on the mic, had to get on the camera immediately, cover all the leaks. And I'm going to do a live stream as well. But we got to talk about this, guys. We got to get into this. This is insane. This is actually truly insane. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Join my Discord. It's in the description. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. All that YouTube stuff. This is insane. Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, see you guys next time. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in Vice City. This is nuts. Peace.